日本時間10月14日、敵地で行われたブルワーズとのナ・リーグ優勝決定シリーズの第1戦に挑んだドジャース。ドジャースは、この日先発したスネル投手が8回、1安打、無失点、ポストシーズン自己最多となる10三振を奪う圧巻の投球を披露。試合は投手戦となり、2対0でリードした9回に、佐々木朗希投手がマウンドへ上がりました。ワンアウトからコリンズ選手を四球で歩かせると、その後、二塁打を浴び、さらにワンアウトに三塁の場面で、センターへ犠牲フライを打たれ、1点差に迫られる展開に。佐々木投手は、続く打者に四球を出したところで降板となりました。それでも、最後は、トライネン投手がピンチをしのぎ、ドジャースは勝利をつかみました。試合の前後には、パット・マーフィー監督が、昨日に続き、記者を笑わせる会見を行っていました。ここからは、その様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
Hey Dave, Alex Rodriguez here. Congrats on another great year. My question is about Sasaki. It seemed like he battled injuries most of the year. His velo was a little down. Now his velo's up. He looks great. When did you know, or how did you know he could be a closer for you?
You know what, Alex? Obviously, he started this season as a starter, was banged up, didn't perform well, velocity down, mechanics weren't right. And then we sort of put him on ice and try to get him healthy. And even, I know you guys can recall that outing after in Dodger Stadium where he was almost in tears because he was so disappointed. And then he goes on a rehab, gets healthy, dials in his mechanics, and then I think he had about 3 or 4 outings in the pen in AAA. And then it was one of those things that you're sort of looking at where you're at, the status, the state of our pen. And we just sort of put him in big spots. And I just trusted him. I felt like he was ready, and he made us all look good. And right now, he's taken it and run with it and changed the landscape of our pen.
My brother, Big Papi, right here. Congratulations on all your success. Hey, listen, you remember? We used to be teammates, and you know the importance of me and Manny showing up on the lineup and protect the rest of the squad, right? You know that 1-2 combo that you have, Ohtani and Freddie, the past series. They haven't been able to produce the way they normally do. What do you expect from them on this upcoming series?
I think expect big things, Papi. Obviously, those are our superstars along with a couple other guys. But I think for me, it's just go out there and keep grinding, take good at-bats, take what the pitchers give you. And obviously with Shohei, they're not going to let him beat them. They'd rather take their chances with Mookie or Teo or Freddie. Just kind of use the whole field, but I expect Shohei and Freddie to have a big series, and we're going to need both those guys, and, I trust them both.
Dave, what's up? This is Derek. Seems like I speak to you more in October than I speak to my own family, so great to see you again. But the question, you guys have a veteran team, and we've talked about this. I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but it's almost like it's a formality for you to get to the postseason. Do you have to remind the group what it takes this time of the year, or do you just gotten to a point where you just trust them to know what to do?
So I think, Derek, first off, when I'm talking to you guys in October, that's certainly a good thing. I wouldn't say formality. I would say more formality than a rite of passage. I think, obviously, getting to the postseason is very difficult every year. We don't take it for granted. And I think kind of to KB's question earlier, what we've done since that series in Baltimore is start playing better team baseball. And with the veteran group, I think that's when and I hate saying this, when we turned the light switch on and said, okay, whatever we did before doesn't matter. Now we got to start playing for the team and do the little things, mind the little things, pick up the pen, ride those starters. And now I think since that point, Derek, we've played really tremendous baseball. And yeah, with the veteran guys, you got to be able to win, counts and make plays and understand how to handle stress. And I feel like we're playing our best baseball right now, and this can be a great series.
Hey, Doc, one more here from Alex. For our national audience, with the Brewers, I don't think our audience really understands how good they are. They're well managed, they're well balanced. They had some success against the Dodgers this year, 6-0. What do you have to do differently to make sure you ensure some wins against this team?
So I don't want to bring up old sores to Derek, which I sort of do because the guy's got, rings to cover up his whole hands. It's like what the Marlins did to the Yankees back then, right? In the World Series, the bunting and the stealing of the bases. And so this team, feasts on momentum and havoc and little ball and kind of try to disrupt timing. So I think that we just got to stay to our game, go attack these guys, play fundamental baseball, and all this narrative that Murph's trying to throw out there that they're the little engine that could. This team won most games in baseball, so we're not buying that. We got to go out there and play good baseball, and may the best team win.
Dave, first of all, I don't appreciate that. And now I have Dontrell Willis.
I'm sorry, Derek.
Peeking around the camera. So this is the last time I'm talking to you in October. Good luck.
Hey, Dave, I want the Dodgers to repeat. I'm rooting for you, man. Plus, I don't want to go back to Milwaukee to the haunted hotel. I'm afraid of ghosts, so help me out.
Hey, the fister is still going, and we had a couple guys that had to leave because they're afraid of them dang ghosts. But I'm on the good side. When you're a manager, you get the good side, and so you superstars always got the sweet. So I got a sweet now, so I know what it's like to be on the good side of
Oh, you deserve it. You deserve it. It's amazing. Dave always giving us great insight, and Dontrell Willis woke up from his nap. He's peeking around. He mentioned the Marlins winning. He's all over here.
Murph, all of us that work here in Milwaukee have been accustomed to those openings. Just for those that are new to the Brewer bandwagon, why do you do them?
Why do I do them?
Yeah.
Just to make us all more comfortable. Everybody knows everybody. I know where you're from and where you what your intentions are sometimes. I don't know. It's like, hey, the guy's here from the New York Post. Like, better not make a comment about the Mets or the Yankees or something. Or refer to somebody, it helps me a little bit. It's strategic. No, I like everyone to, have a voice and know where they're from and what they're in the room. I mean, we may come across somebody sometimes like not even a journalist or a writer or a videographer, just somebody that's hanging out. I just came to watch.
Like a married couple?
The married couple thing's got me a little freaked out when they said, well, we got a third one. And I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want to hear about it.
Murph, to the game, I mean, now that the team you're playing isn't 90 miles away, what kind of atmosphere are you expecting tonight? And how much does the fan interaction actually impact the game?
Well, like I said, I was really, really like shocked when we went to Wrigley how impactful that was, I thought, on the game. I thought they were incredible. Now, I'm not taking a shot at our fans because I get to see that all the time, and they do make a difference. This season, the fans have made a difference. There's no question, and that's important. But seeing what I saw in Wrigley Field, that was an incredible environment, home field environment. And then you throw in the wind and the ivy and the brick wall and the basket and just how tough it is. It's right on top of you, and it's a tough place to play. Tough place to play. So, yeah, the environments matter. And what am I expecting tonight? I expect our fans to show up. And everybody wants to see the Dodgers play. They're, have some of the biggest stars in the game. And really, I mean, some of the biggest stars in the game. And look at this room. This room, not too many seats open. So if it was the Brewers and the, Biloxi Shuckers, you wouldn't have a full room. You know what I mean? So the Dodgers bring it. Where's Mario been? He just works for you guys? Is he going to be around anymore? Because I want to be able to. Really? You think he'd be at the games? Yeah, would you ask him? Because I want to give him something. He was a trooper for the season. I have a little gift for him.
Murph, on a scale of 0% to 100%, would you share with us the odds?
You love this inside information. You'd love it. I mean, we should just have you in the office and just give you all our forms so you can be part of the whole thing.
Great.
Well, jump in there.
The odds Priester pitches tonight in terms for what that would mean for the rest of the series. His availability.
I think the odds of Priester throwing today is about 73%.
Let's go to Jack.
71%.
around the middle. Murph, when you guys are,
Sport coach, Jack?
yeah, went really fancy today.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Why not last week?
Do you like it?
I didn't see the whole ensemble. You know what I mean? Why don't you get up?
It's not too
Get up,
crazy.
Jack.
I got to
Get
stand up.
Jack.
Do you want me to turn around too?
We got jeans on?
No.
Those are like pants or sweats?
They're like.
Oh, you got a belt on. You got a belt
they're
on.
like dress pants, yeah.
Nice, Jack. I like it.
Those are not dress pants.
They're not?
I consider
Girl, I
them
love you
dressy
calling them
enough.
out just like that. That's so beautiful. Those are like work pants, right?
They're just like,
Hang around in the house. Oh, now you're taking shots at Milwaukee. See what the riffraff you bring with you, you know what I'm saying? You bring a couple of New Yorkers in here and you got riffraff calling out other people. This nice woman was just trying to give him some fashion tips for his future. How old are you, Jack?
23.
You just helped this guy. You know what I'm saying?
I can take that with me now. Thank you. What was my question?
I shook you up a little bit. I get it.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Oh, yesterday you talked about Otani.
Dice K, right?
Yeah, Dice K. Yeah.
See how I remember that?
Yeah.
Good split, right?
Right, yeah. Dice K.
You don't throw much anymore?
Right. Yeah, your pronunciation is great. So, right. Yesterday you talked about Otani as a pitcher, but how are you going to neutralize Otani as a hitter? I mean, Phillies used a bunch of lefties, and you know, he's struggling a little bit. So that's going to be the key for you guys.
Well, I think most people struggle against Sanchez, Luzardo, and Suarez. You know, those guys are really, really good, really good. So I don't consider Otani struggling. I don't. It's baseball. You know, you can go through 30 at bats or 50 at bats and not put up the same numbers and maybe be hitting the ball hard or whatever. But I don't have Otani struggling. But I want to throw lefties against him whenever we can. It's always harder for a lot of those lefties to face lefties that are throwing 95 and above and sinkers into them. So, I mean, the way you do it, right? Here's how you beat every great hitter. Babe Ruth, you pitch the same way. Hard in here as you can, right? And then it opens up over there sometimes. And do you double up in here or maybe not? Or do you open up breaking ball because he's looking for it in here? You know, it's a little cat and mouse thing. And that's what we'll do.
You guys like to be aggressive on the bases. That's kind of your game. You didn't have your first 2 stolen bases until that Game 5 against the Cubs.
We had 3. They didn't give us one on the Yelich steal, but it's utterly ridiculous. I'll argue with anyone about that. I mean, that's a stolen base because they don't throw the ball. Why would you give Sal a steal then? Because they didn't make an attempt on Sal either, right? The other day when he left early, they didn't make an attempt on Sal, and you don't give Yelich that one for third. That's preposterous. There must be something in there.
I'll call it 3, Murph. Let's say 3.
All right, thank you.
I
I feel so much better.
Murph, you talk a lot about the who in the room, and when it comes to Quinn Priester specifically, you know, what gives you the confidence to see how resilient he was, or you know, after the early season struggles, that he'll bounce back coming into this series?
Yeah, there isn't a guy in that room that doesn't trust Quinn because they've watched him go through that very thing. You know, he came as a very unfinished product, and he's still an unfinished product. I call him a rookie because he's never really pitched consistently like he has this year. When we got him, he had a few starts where like, oof, this guy needs some work. Maybe not. Maybe he's not ready. And he just stepped up. And it was through that adversity, as I mentioned, in that Cubs game that was here and they waxed them, that you saw him grow and come back out with a focus and a certainty and a conviction that said, I can do this. And then he got on a roll, man. It was, wow, pretty special. Unknown, a virtual unknown, you know. I'm sure that most Dodger players can't name 8 guys on our roster, you know. No offense to them, they shouldn't have to know the names, but, you know, these are some guys that hopefully they know their names by the time it's over. But you never know. One of our clubbies last night, you guys know what I mean? Clubhouse attendants. One of our clubbies gave Mookie a ride. You know, it's a pretty long walk from here all the way out to the cars. And passed me right by like I wasn't even there. Like, zzz. I'm like, hey, 10 years, I've never gotten a ride. There's Mookie in front smiling.
All right, Murph. Thank you.
What you doing here, Ken? I didn't see you, man. You should have been introduced. You were new. You didn't introduce yourself.
I've been here.
BS. All right. Who's coming in next?
See you post gamer.
Who's coming in next?
Dave Roberts.
Doc.
Got some time.
Son is Cole. What's your name? You didn't introduce yourself.
Bob.
Bob what? Where you from, Bob?
Channel 12.
Yeah, but where? Everybody has a Channel 12. Every town in the world's got Channel 12. What? Milwaukee? We have a Channel 12 here? Yeah. I don't view in very much.
Tell me about Roki Sasaki. I want you to dive in. I want you to go undercover. I feel like this is an AI.
You calling Roki Sasaki AI?
I don't understand how what we saw in April has now transpired into Mariano Rivera come September, October.
He wasn't as effective as a starter, right? We saw it.
He disappeared to the minors. They went boop, 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 and now he's 100 with a split.
He is. He's automatic. And Dave Roberts talked about him. He said, I want to use him for one inning. I really don't want to overuse him. I'd like to use him in every game. We always talk about how it's a different temperament, right? Starters and relievers. Blake Snell said he just looks different. He attacks so different than when he was a starter. He said when he started games, he was more cautious. Now he's just pouring into the zone, pounding the zone. And Dave Roberts told me he's a different guy. He has such confidence because it's, as you say, here's 100, hit it or don't. And now the challenge is how much can he pitch? Can he give them 2 innings? Can he give them 1 inning? Can he be their closer every single night? It's going to be interesting because they might need some bulk relief, right? Their starters have gone the distance with the exception of Yamamoto, the 4 innings he pitched. So who's pitching the 8th, right? Who's pitching the 7th if they need that? And Roki Sasaki will kind of go in between. But
do you bob and weave?
It's real.
Do you bob and weave between dugouts, or do you stay one place?
During the game?
Yeah.
Well, I do manager interviews on one side, but I just try to disappear. Dodger Stadium, I don't even walk on the field because I don't want to.
I want you to like pay attention to the. I want to know how his teammates respond to Sasaki. Like when he walks off the mound, who's he talking to? Like who's coming up to him? I want to know more. Is it like Ohtani?
Okay.
Lock in on that.
I'm going to do that for you.
Okay. Lauren, what are the Dodgers saying about Shohei Ohtani and his quote-unquote struggles at the plate so far this postseason?
It's so interesting, Robert, because guys can have a bad 4-game stretch in May and nobody talks about it, right? But if it's in the playoffs, then it's so-and-so, can't handle October. If they have a bad series in October, they're not clutch. That's not how baseball works. You know that. Dave told me he's just flying so open at the plate. He's unable to connect when the pitcher makes a mistake. He almost loses the plate. And I saw him at workouts yesterday. He's big on getting himself mentally ready, right? Grounding, visualizing. Dave thinks he'll be just fine. Also, it's not like Christopher Sanchez and Jesus Luzardo are easy to hit.
Yep, correct.
The lefties with the lower 3/4 arm slot, it give him fits. That matchup is not a good matchup for him. D-Ray, you talked about it going into that game, so it's not like he saw
That's
guys
a bad matchup all around for him.
So it's a bad matchup.
Yeah. Today, they want to neutralize Shohei Ohtani, who they're not going to change. Shohei's playing, regardless. But the amazing thing to me is Ohtani is 1 for 18. The last series.
Yeah.
And I believe Shohei's going to have a huge series. He's 1 for 18. Now, here's why he's going to have a huge series. Here's the guy he's facing tonight to start the game. He's 2 for 2 off of him. All right, you can hang the breaking ball. He's lucky to keep him in the yard. All right, so that's the opener. Here's the other lefties. They've only got 3 that he will probably see in the series. The other one, we got Mr. Quintana. All right, here he is. He's facing with the Mets. Bye-bye, homer. All right, that's 1 homer. He hit a couple off of him, and he's got decent numbers against him. 2 for 6, small sample size. But he's also walked 3 times in that. So he's going to be patient with him because he feels like I can hit anything he throws. And so when Shohei's feeling this kind of confidence, this is not on the corners, painted every second, every day. Then here's the third one. This guy, Conan is giving him a hard time, man. He has been pitched him really well. Problem is, he's going to be situationally matched up with him. He just missed a dinger right there. And with now you got Mookie rolling behind him. Mookie's swinging the bat. He's got his weight back. He's swinging the bat like he can. So you don't get that, let me go get the lefty. And the Dodgers have broken up the Freddie Freeman, Shohei, Mookie show, and they've dropped Teoscar in there, who had a big home run in the Phillies series. With the opener, are the Dodgers going to sit there and break those guys up? I don't think for one at bat. I think you're going to see Shohei, Mookie, Freddie back rolling again.
2-2. Trinan ready. Terang, a swing and a miss, and Blake Trinan closes the door. The Brewers strand the bases loaded. And the beleaguered Dodger bullpen searching for answers. They found one in Blake Trinan tonight. Dodgers win a thriller in Milwaukee by a final score of 2-1.
Blake, congratulations. Watching you watch the ninth was tough. What were you thinking?
No, I trust him. I trust Roki, trust Blake. We just got to attack the zone better. A lot of walks there. They had one hit, so just got to get in the zone. But those guys, they're going to figure out they're really good.
I mean, you did whatever you wanted with all four of your pitches. Which was your favorite tonight, Blake?
I like a located fastball.
Yeah?
If I can locate the fastball, it sets everything else up.
The only base runner you allowed, you picked off, and I know you studied every single one of their tendencies. You're shaking your head yes on the bases. How did the preparation lead to the execution?
It pays off to know, what they're going to do when they're going to run, how they like their leads when they steal. So to be able to pick him and see it was pretty amazing.
I think everyone in America wants to know what's on that card you look at in between batters. You want to let us know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a cheat sheet of what to throw and stuff like that.
You don't need it, my friend. Any conversation about going out in the ninth with Dave?
No, he said it was it, so I just trust him, and yeah.
You dreamt of this moment. Congratulations.
Well, obviously how this game ended. It was a little stressful on the back end with the Brewers finding a way to make some traffic. But how you, Mark Pryor, how you guys were able just to settle the bullpen down, navigate through them. What were you seeing from those guys?
Yeah, I thought, Roki kind of fell behind. They got some good hits, a walk, whatever. Good swing from Bowers. Yeah, he got two big outs for us. Those were two tough outs. We needed them. Never gave in. And then Blake, coming in, not giving into Contreras. I know he drew a walk. We got a base open there. And getting that last punch, it was huge.
What was the conversation before that last strikeout?
Yeah, I mean, it was just keeping him calm. It's just, being me. We got a great relationship. We've been in these stressful situations before. So, yeah, just being there for him, keeping him confident, and getting the job done.
As much as the back end of this game, that story was the bullpen. This entire game, the story was Blake Snell, how he was able to get through 8 shutout innings. What made him so special tonight?
Yeah, that was dominant. That's as good as you see someone throw a game. It was impressive. Just glad he's on our side. But, yeah, he was just making pitches. He wasn't giving in. His changeup was really good tonight. His curveball punching guys away. Yeah, he just kind of had them just really off balance and not knowing what's coming.
He talks about wanting to be in these big moments. There's something that stands out to you about him that makes him so good in these games?
Yeah, I think he just sees the game so well. He slows it down. He knows exactly what he wants to do, and then he goes out and does it. And it's fun to be back there with him when he does that.
It's going to be okay. All right. How we doing? Anybody new? You weren't here earlier today, were you? Yeah. Okay, well, what's your name? Nice to meet you, Alejandro. Anybody else new here that wasn't here this morning? Yes. What's that? Oh, wonderful. Great to have you. Anybody else new? Yeah, what do you got? Cam? Nice. Cam running the camera. Thanks, you guys.
A lot happened in the ninth inning there, but the eight innings before that, with the way Snell pitched, how many times have you seen a pitcher just look that in control in a playoff game like that?
He was great. His sequencing and in terms of throwing his changeup is effective. His changeup and slider were incredible. The kid was incredible. I've seen him pitch like that before. I think it's his most dominant performance against us. I've been here 10 years. I think that's the kid Swellenbach from Atlanta had one against us earlier, kind of in the shadows. It was kind of different, but the kid was amazing. And Will Smith, the way he called the game, and it was unusual the way he did it. He didn't go back and forth. He just went change up, and the ball was moving so much, and it was such a great pitch. He recognized it and stayed with it. And so I credit Smith too, and Snell was unbelievable. Yeah, that was great performance on our half. Our pitching staff, for the most part, did a really, really good job. You know, Freddie Freeman's been a Brewer killer for a while, so hopefully he'll oversleep tomorrow or something.
Thanks for your time and your family's time. You made the decision to intentionally walk Shohei twice, even though the numbers show that he's really scuffling. Is that a situation where he's just so good that he can bust out of it at any time, and he's the guy you don't want? You decided coming into the series that's the guy that's not going to beat you?
It wasn't as hard a decision as you think, because when a bag's open and you can turn it into a double play situation, you got a right-hander on the mound, you kind of have to go for that. And Shohei is at least dangerous enough, struggling or not, he's dangerous enough to hit a fly ball, and you can't give up the run there. You know, with the way we were swinging against Snell, you couldn't give up a run. So I don't think those were like, you know, huge risky decisions. The numbers didn't matter to me. You know, I told you guys the first day here, I think Mookie Betts is one of the best players in baseball for a lot of reasons. But it was no disrespect to him. It was just the right thing to do with a right-hander on the mound and Shohei coming up with his ability to strike the ball so hard and put it in the outfield.
Jason. Murph, on the double play, just making sure that it seemed like everybody on the field was confused except your three guys who handled the ball. So I just wanted to make sure that, do you ever talk about plays like this or practice plays like this, or is that impossible?
Sal is one of the most intelligent baseball players you're going to find. He gets it. And he's a great outfielder, playing center field for the first time in a while. But he's mad that he didn't make the catch. But if he did, the run would have scored easily. You know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those plays, like, unfortunate for the Dodgers that happened. But the heads-upness of Sal to just get it in as soon as possible, and then for Joey to turn around and say, where else to throw it to the plate. He saw the guy going, so it was great. And Contreras heads up. I mean, really heads up that it wasn't a tag play, that, you know, it's a force play.
And did you know that was scored as a grounded into double play?
I heard that. I'm mad at scorers anyways right now because of not giving Yelich a stolen base in that game and then explaining it like indifference when it's a stolen base. You know, that's all there's to it. But
Dave, obviously Blake pitched a terrific game. He's rolling there. His pitch counts in check. I'm sorry. Why pull him at that point?
I thought it was a tough one for me. Hadn't been in the ninth inning, 8 ups, potential going on regular. His next outing, I thought it was 50-50. Rocky's been throwing the baseball really well. Have a 2-run lead. I felt good with Rocky there.
Dave, with Ohtani and Trinan, two guys that you really need and have been both scuffling a little bit, you know, not great performances, but Shohei got the 3 walks, set up what proved to be the winning run. Trinan did get out of that inning, did close the game out. Is this moving in the right direction? Are these positive signs?
Absolutely. I think obviously it was a tight ball game to the end, but I thought offensively we were very good tonight. I thought we took good at-bats all night long. We put the ball in play, didn't strike out. Obviously there were some crazy things that happened that they weathered some innings, but offensively I thought we were great. I thought the defense played really well, and to see Blake come in and close it out was big for his confidence and us going forward. And Shohei, yeah, I thought Shohei's at-bats were great tonight.
Yeah, Dave, what did you see from Roki in the 9th inning? Do you think there might have been some carryover just from going 3 innings in Game 4 of the DS there?
You know, I don't know. He had 3 days off. Everything I heard, he felt great, and there were some near misses. But, you know, you walk 3 guys, and so he was just off a little bit. But I thought the stuff was still good, but just missing. And I don't know, you know, if there was carryover from the 3 innings. Just kind of betting on, you know, how he's saying he feels and the coaches and training staff. And, you know, with the 3 days off, I felt good with him.
And with Blake, obviously, you've seen a lot of good postseason pitching performances, but what do you think of, where do you think Blake Snell's outing ranks among those tonight? This was
as good as I can remember in the postseason against a very, you know, gritty team, puts the ball in play. The changeup was the pitch of the night. His command was great. And, yeah, you're not going to see too many performances like that, certainly in the postseason. This was pretty special.
I just wonder what you saw in that kind of weird double play. Did you figure it out as it was going on, or it happened so fast you didn't even realize what was happening?
It happened fast. I didn't know he didn't catch it, to be quite honest. We go over that rule. Teo knows the rule. I think right there he just had a little bit of a brain fart, appreciating that when it does hit the glove, you can tag there, but then he tagged, did it correctly, then saw, he didn't catch it and went back, and that was the mistake. But he owned it, and after that, there's nothing else you can do about it.
It seemed like even after they reviewed it, you sort of went out for an explanation. What sort of were you looking to get from the umpires there? Was it sort of just about who relayed what to where in terms of the ball was?
I just wanted clarity. Honestly, I didn't know that they ruled it a no catch, so I just wanted clarity on the whole situation, and then kind of making sure that they got a couple force outs, which they did, and ultimately those guys and replay and the guys on the field got it right. They nailed it.
Yeah, Blake, this is a weird question to ask a guy who's throwing a no-hitter, but have you ever had an outing where you've been as locked in as you kind of were tonight?
A no-hitter, yeah. You answered that. I mean, I feel like the whole postseason, I've been pretty locked in, pretty consistent. So different outings, but yeah, it was just, 8 innings went deeper, but last 3 it felt really good, really locked in, consistent, similar.
Maybe one for each of you. Freddie, you've been fortunate to play in so many postseason games. If this wasn't the most dominating pitching performance, what was?
I mean, I can't think of one off the top of my head that was just so good from the start. Sometimes it'll take an inning or two for someone to settle in, and it was from the get-go. Just what he can do with the changeup against right-handed hitters, I think that's from 82 to 88. You can throttle it whenever he wants. It's not just one pitch. He's throwing it. It's like 3 different pitches when you throw at 3 different speeds for hitters. And then when you think you're going to sit on something, here comes 96, 97. It was a masterpiece tonight.
Yeah, Blake, before the game, Andrew was kind of talking about the conversations you were having early on in free agency about what it meant to be in October and how that was kind of what was driving you at this point in your career. Like, how much do you kind of remember about those talks with Andrew early on this offseason, and what did you kind of express to him at that time?
Yeah, no, it was clear as day. Yeah, I remember saying Freddie, Mookie, Shohei in that lineup, I can't wait to pitch. That was really like the start of it, but just seeing what they're able to do and wanting to be a part of it and knowing how important postseason is to them, and that's just something that I wanted to be a part of. Even playing against them, watching, it was just always in the back of my mind, like I wanted to be a Dodger and play on that team. And to be here now it's a dream come true. I couldn't wish for anything more. And yeah, I'm just going to do the best I can to help us win a World Series.
Freddie, you have about 25 ABs against Blake in your career. You kind of touched on a little bit. What is an at-bat like against Blake, especially left on left?
I think I talk about gray hair a lot. That's where some of them come. When you face guys like him and Jacob deGrom and those kind of pitchers, when the minute you wake up, it's going to be a battle that night. And when you face a power pitcher that can locate 3+ pitches, it's going to be tough. And that's the thing. It's like, just like you mentioned earlier, it's how he pitched tonight is not probably going to how he pitches the next time. And so it's hard to scout. It's hard to feel good against someone. You might have success in one game and it'll be completely thrown out the door and you're going to strike out 3 times. And I've done it, and it's just, he knows what he's doing on the mound. I am so happy that we are sitting next to each other now and doing press conferences together and not having to be apart and walking by each other and talking about how he beat us again, because he did it a lot. And he's amazing. There's a reason he's a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. He's on the biggest stage now, and he's just doing what he's always done.
Hey, Freddie, so Pat Murphy joked about the fact that you've been a Brewer killer for a while. He wishes you would oversleep tomorrow. I know that there's not much stock that you can take in who you play or where you play, because it's not fully just about the ballpark, or it's usually just the moment and it changes. But what is it about, whether it be playing here or playing that team, that gets you up maybe a little more?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've played a long time and faced these guys a lot, and there is no rhyme or reason to it. It could literally be I just feel good about my swing during the course of the regular season and those 3 to 4 days that we play the Brewers. And sometimes as a hitter, when you feel good, it doesn't really matter who you're facing. And then sometimes when you're feeling bad, it doesn't matter who's on the mound. You got no chance. And I don't know what it is, or I'm not going to try and find a reason for it. But you know, I like environments where it's not 25 degrees outside and your hands are cold, and I always seem to like enclosed stadiums. But there's no, I can't give you a reason. But Murph and I are very close, and I don't think I'm going to oversleep tomorrow.
Yeah, Blake, you told TV that you kind of like noticed that some of the Brewers lean certain ways and stuff like that when they're on the base pass against you. What did you see specifically on play where you guys picked off Durbin?
I can't tell you. I saw enough to know I need to pick.
All right.
Thank you,
guys. You can't give that away. You know that.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。